Welcome to today's webinar. We're going to talk today about defending the cloud, and we'll highlight some of the technology here that can help. And as we know, the cloud is quite huge and we have a lot to cover, so we're going to dive right in. We're going to start today with a few statistics. And as you can see here, IT decision makers are having a hard time with cloud security. So a large percentage of them are turning to cloud security solutions that can help them reduce their costs and operate more efficiently. This is why we're here today. So let's look at some of these challenges up close. According to Expert Insights, when it comes to security, 35% of IT decision makers report facing challenges around data privacy and security. 34%, almost the same amount, report challenges around the lack of cloud security skills and expertise, and 25% report challenges around securing cloud resources. And there's also a prediction here that by the end of this year, 40% of enterprises will benefit from optimized operational efficiency, enhanced security, and reduced network costs by leveraging SD-WAN and security for cloud-managed networking and security. This is just a high-level overview of what's happening in the cloud security industry or the cloud space in general. So let's take a look at some of these challenges up close. Let's start by understanding the key challenges that cloud security encounters. The risk of data breaches and unauthorized access are real concerns in cloud security. Cloud environments are targeted constantly by cyber criminals to gain unauthorized access to sensitive data or to otherwise exploit vulnerabilities in cloud infrastructure. Organizations also have to ensure that their cloud deployments adhere to specific compliance standards depending on their industry and geographical location. These compliance mandates add a lot of complexity to environments, and complexity is a risk vector that nobody wants more of. Data loss can occur to various factors, including accidental deletion, hardware failures, or natural disasters. It's essential to have robust data backup and recovery mechanisms in place to mitigate the risk of permanent data loss and to ensure business continuity. And finally, the shared responsibility model in cloud computing can result in limited visibility and control for organizations. And as cloud providers manage the underlying infrastructure, organizations face challenges in monitoring and securing their cloud workloads effectively. On top of that, it's not always clear where responsibility lies, so visibility is important to make sure you can cover threats even if the responsible party is yet to be determined. Security is the primary concern in the cloud, and traditionally that starts at the perimeter. But perimeter security alone is not up to the task of securing cloud environments. Let's look at the reason why perimeter security alone often fails in cloud deployments. The first problem that a perimeter security device encounters is that it has no visibility into internal network traffic. It cannot protect the workloads that create and run in east-west traffic. And it can't protect workloads that communicate within a physical server. This is intra-VM communications, and perimeter security fails here. That's failure reason number one. The second problem is that workloads are often quickly deployed, used for a short time, and then retired. Perimeter devices can't provide on-demand security that spins up or down when workloads are run or retired. In other words, perimeter security doesn't scale elastically as the cloud grows. In fact, the concept of applying perimeter security to the cloud implies that performance must increase proportionally when workloads are added. This is very difficult to do with a physical firewall that has finite resources, and ultimately this is an untenable solution. A third and final problem is that workloads often move to different physical servers for load balancing, so it's difficult for physical firewalls to provide protection to workloads that move around the network. In a moment, we're going to dive into some of Hillstone Network's solutions in detail with the coming slides, but right now, let's talk about some basics. Securing the cloud is about north, south, and east-west traffic. That's data going into and out of and inside and across data centers, respectively. Suffice it to say, Hillstone provides complete protection for cloud deployments, as we'll soon see, but here are two highlights. CloudHive is a micro-segmentation solution that provides visibility and control of east-west traffic, including the inspection of applications and the identification of potential threats. When we talk about east-west coverage, we have to keep in mind the challenge of securing elastic computing instances. Let's dig into this for a second. This is the big value proposition that underpins the entire cloud computing industry, right? That the supply of computing power is unlimited for any organization that needs it, and that it can be spun up or decommissioned on demand. That's great, and that's so powerful that it's been a driving force behind so much of our global economy of the last decade. However, if your security can't scale in parallel and in real time with every computing instance and workload that you spin up, you're going to be leaving a lot of the scalability on the table. These resources simply can't be utilized without proper controls in place from start to finish every time. So we need to remember that, and we need a solution that enables that. That's CloudHive. Okay, so we spoke about the perimeter earlier, which is where north-south traffic goes into and out of data centers. Hillstone's CloudEdge solution protects north-south traffic when a workload communicates outside the virtual private cloud into the public cloud, which works as the VPC gateway. Let's look at CloudEdge. Hillstone CloudEdge is a virtual next-generation firewall for public cloud and telco cloud platforms. And some of the highlights, naturally, we have advanced security features, we have powerful network control, we have streamlined system operation and reporting, and we have some really elevated solutions. So if we just take a look at this network topology, we see a fairly basic branch office setup with hardware firewalls inspecting and brokering traffic into and out of two campuses. Those connect to the internet. There's a data center connected by VPN and another firewall, and then we get into our clouds with the public network taking us right to the edge of the private network. That's where you see CloudEdge working as a virtual next-generation firewall and serving as a gateway into and out of the workloads on our private cloud. Now, as a full-featured next-generation firewall, CloudEdge comes with a rich set of edge protection capabilities. So let's take a look at several of these. CloudEdge comes out of the box with some advanced security features. These include access control, a cloud sandbox, URL filtering, attack defense, antivirus, IP reputation, an intrusion prevention system, application control, and botnet detection. These features are going to help keep the north-south traffic clean and allow businesses to carry on uninterrupted, even when anomalies are detected or strange cases arise. Hillstone's intelligent threat detection and protection leverages machine learning to provide deep analysis of traffic patterns and characteristics to automatically protect against volumetric attacks like denial of service and DGA-based threats. Leveraging machine learning technology to analyze and detect encrypted traffic without decryption is a key feature. For DGA detection, the system is building and training and updating its detection model constantly. This is to better defend against unknown threats with higher effectiveness. For DDoS defense, there's auto configuration for flood protection with machine learning based baseline establishment so that your model is constantly trained on what to look for. As far as the traffic itself is concerned, CloudEdge offers some really powerful capabilities that enable fine-tuning of the tunnels and protocols used within the network through its integrated VPN. And traffic management, shaping, and classification is a function of Hillstone's leading IQOS capabilities, which enable policy enforcement at the application, user, and device levels. So, just by way of example, you might want to limit the bandwidth available to certain websites, applications, or groups of users. And with CloudEdge as your virtual next-generation firewall, you're able to easily apply and enforce these types of policies on your networks. Given all of the complexity in cloud environments, ease of use is obviously an important factor in evaluating cloud security solutions. And in the interest of time, I'll summarize this by saying CloudEdge is built to help, whether that's in the form of policy templates, reports, generative wizards. CloudEdge not only simplifies operations for the security practitioner, but it makes its core capabilities accessible and consumable to the business executive as well. So let's just take Policy Assistant. This helps you understand the interconnection and access status when a new service is launched. It helps you check the hit count of existing policies to make adjustments. It lets you refine policies and deactivate or delete invalid policies. And it lets you generate new policies based on apps or services. Policy Analysis helps you discover old policies for reference or deletion. You can decide whether the policy can be deleted according to the hit time of the policy, and you can adjust policies by observing the hit trends on that policy. All of these features make CloudEdge incredibly powerful and easy to use. Finally, we should touch here on virtualization and zero trust network access. This functionality adds tremendous value to your organization because it's yet another example of the control and consolidation that Hillstone offers. With CloudEdge, you can take advantage of the elasticity in modern cloud computing with network function virtualization that deploys automatically and integrates seamlessly with leading virtualization orchestration platforms. Lastly here, Zero Trust Network Access is brokered by CloudEdge to protect access to data, devices, networks, workloads, and applications. This award-winning solution again emphasizes efficiency to provide fine-grained control to enterprise resources. That's Hillstone's CloudEdge Virtual Next Generation Firewall. So to wrap up on CloudEdge, the benefits are significant. We've got compatibility with a broad range of cloud environments. It's a highly performant solution that integrates seamlessly with orchestration platforms. And we haven't really touched on this, but there are a range of licensing options available as well. So CloudEdge as a virtual next generation firewall is going to be a leading solution for that north-south traffic into and out of data centers. Okay, let's dig into CloudHive now. You can see here that some of the highlights include east-west traffic protection, comprehensive visibility, easy deployment with flexible scalability, and multifunctional layer 2 through layer 7 security. So CloudHive is an innovative solution that's been designed to cater specifically to the unique demands of virtualized data centers. This advanced micro-segmentation solution employs state-of-the-art technology to seamlessly integrate visibility and security into the virtualized environment. By leveraging micro-segmentation, CloudHive effectively monitors and addresses threats in east-west traffic. It identifies and isolates potential threats, malware, data breaches, and other security issues before they can spread across VMs in virtualized environments. It also offers comprehensive and deep visibility and flexible scalability, allowing organizations to easily scale their security solutions as their needs evolve over time. In the coming slides, we'll dive a little bit deeper into the numerous features and capabilities of Hillstone's CloudHive. In today's cloud environments, it's not just the north-south traffic between users and servers that poses a security risk, but it's also the east-west traffic between virtual machines that share the same data center and physical servers. This creates a challenge. A threat posed to one component or service can easily spread to other components or services, and that can put the entire cloud platform at risk. This is where CloudHive's micro-segmentation technology really shines. It's like giving each virtual machine its own bodyguard, so they're each protected individually. This allows the cloud network to keep things separate and under control without having to change the network settings. CloudHive can also detect and block any suspicious east-west connections within the data center, so you can stop threats from spreading laterally. CloudHive offers real-time visibility and control of the VM topology, east-west traffic, applications, and inter-VM attacks. If you look at the slide here, you'll see one of the features that sets CloudHive apart is its security monitoring dashboard, as you can see here on the right. This dashboard shows you everything you need to know about the status of your servers, the traffic that's moving around, and any potential threats that might be lurking. You can see all the inbound and outbound traffic, as well as which applications are using the most bandwidth. This is super useful because it lets you quickly identify any problems that might be slowing things down. From a business resilience perspective, this is crucial. Another handy feature of CloudHive is its service performance monitoring functionality, as displayed in the bottom right. This feature monitors key network and service performance metrics on selected network paths and services for east-west traffic. If there are any negative performance trends, CloudHive will flag them and help you take early action to avoid service disruptions. Alternatively, it can also pinpoint the source of performance issues among multi-tier service architectures, making it easier for you to address any problems. This is good stuff. CloudHive is really smart when it comes to scaling its security resources. It can automatically detect when and where it needs to ramp up security measures with the VM as it's deployed, moved, or migrated across the virtual data center, so you never have to worry about security gaps. In terms of management, CloudHive offers centralized management, enabling users to deploy and manage security measures uniformly via a single management interface. What makes CloudHive unique is its use of VM and software-based components. These components are designed to be flexible and scalable while also minimizing any negative impact on performance. This means that you get robust security without having to sacrifice speed or agility. This sounds like a dream, right? But it's true. CloudHive also supports vMotion, a virtual machine migration technology that ensures security policies and communication sessions migrate with the virtual machine, providing real-time security protection without human intervention. And finally, Hillstone's CloudHive is built on the Hillstone Security Foundation, and it offers Layer 2 through Layer 7 security services. These include features that you might also find in a firewall, such as policy control and session limits, intrusion prevention, URL filtering, antivirus, and attack defense with fine-grained application control. With CloudHive, customers can enjoy top-notch protection without sacrificing business continuity or performance. Now let's recap some of the benefits. With CloudHive, you'll get unparalleled live traffic visibility. You'll shrink your cloud attack surface down to a value that's near enough to zero. We know we can't eliminate all risk, but getting that number as close to zero as possible, that's what we're trying to do, and that's what CloudHive can help you do. You'll be able to scale your cloud security with active orchestration, and while doing all that, you'll also improve your efficiency and reduce your costs. Those are real benefits from a consolidated solution, and that's what CloudHive is all about. We'd like to wind down here with a couple of case studies that really bring these value propositions into clear view. This one here was for a government customer who needed protection for their virtual private cloud. They had some pretty strict requirements. They're a government customer after all. And so they needed cost control. They needed it to be deployed rapidly. They needed a self-service portal for tenants. They needed a unified configurations portal, a self-managed VPN, and obviously they needed high performance. In this case, Hillstone's CloudEdge was deployed between the virtual private clouds and the open internet, providing both internal security zone segmentation and perimeter protection. So there's a government case study. This quick case study is for a customer in the financial industry. So looking at that, we know right away that compliance is a priority requirement for them. And we see some similarities from the previous example with regard to consolidation of configurations, integrated VPN, self-service for tenants, and the like. And here we see CloudEdge providing virtualized network function management and license server functionality as a go-between for the virtual environment and CloudStack cloud management platform. So there are two quick case studies for CloudEdge. Now let's look at two examples for CloudHive. Okay, now moving on to a CloudHive case study. This is a Fortune 500 company that was struggling. They were struggling with visibility, they were struggling with quality of service, and they were struggling to maintain their security and business resilience and also be compliant. So here we see CloudHive deployed in monitoring traffic and posture across their VM clusters. This segmentation and visibility into their environments also resulted in their ability to produce the reporting required for audits and compliance. So naturally, this is a great outcome for a large company that had some pretty serious concerns around their visibility, their quality of service, and their compliance efforts. This is obviously a huge win for them and highly valuable deployment for them. And finally, coming into our final case study here and keeping with the audit theme, we have here a government organization that's undergoing digital transformation. And it needs to migrate its applications to the cloud, and they need to do that without any loss of data or any challenges to their business continuity. So we see here how Hillstone's CloudHive enabled the safeguarding of sensitive data while maintaining compliance with their regulations. Now, ultimately, this really accelerated this government's digital transformation efforts. And that's a real success story when we're talking about the value of a security platform. You don't often hear those two things in the same sentence. A successful security platform is often considered to be slow or difficult to use, and in this case, this is a platform that actually enabled digital transformation to happen quickly and at scale. So that is a real win-win from a solutions perspective. And on that high note, let's take a look at a few of the questions that have come in while we've been on. So we have a question here that says, can you tell us about the compatibility of CloudEdge with different virtualization platforms and public cloud platforms? Yes, so CloudEdge is compatible with a variety of virtualization platforms. This ensures seamless integration with major hypervisors, including Xen, KVM, ESXi, and Hyper-V. Also, CloudEdge supports the top 3 public clouds globally. So that's AWS, Azure, and Ali Cloud International, and also Huawei Cloud. Here's another question. How does your cloud security product address the challenge of unauthorized access? Okay, great question. As a part of the ZTNA solution, CloudEdge supports granular control for application access with continuous verification. Both public and private cloud customers, they really appreciate the price-performance balance and how it can be rapidly provisioned and deployed at scale. And this is with the assistance of the Hillstone Security Management Platform. That's HSM. You can find some more information about Hillstone Security Management on the website. Here's one. Okay. Can you elaborate on how your cloud security products provide visibility and control in cloud environments? Sure. So CloudHive offers centralized visibility and control across multiple platforms, and those were the several that we mentioned before. So that's AWS, Azure, Huawei, and Ali Cloud International. It provides a unified component to monitor and manage things like security policies, access controls, even threat intelligence. And this visibility and control ensure consistent security across the whole cloud environment. Let's see. Let's get one more. So, how does your cloud security product integrate with existing security frameworks and technologies? Okay, great question. Yeah. So CloudEdge offers REST APIs and interoperability with many popular security tools and solutions. And this allows organizations really to enhance their overall security posture by leveraging their current investments. And one of the main tenets of Hillstone's integrative cybersecurity approach is that is consolidation. So we talk about the 3 C's. That's control, consolidation, and coverage. And in this case, you're going to need coverage, right? So you might have a suite of security solutions that you're already using, and you might have some gaps that you need to fill. That is a core tenet of the Hillstone security platform, and that consolidation, is really a part of that as well. So integrating and hooking into existing solutions. This is really an additive solution that reduces complexity, and that's a big part of the value proposition here. Okay. Thanks for those questions, and thanks very much for tuning in today. If you'd like further information or perhaps a demo of any of the solutions that were presented today, including any number of other solutions that are available, please feel free to call us or connect with us online. You see the phone number here. The email is inquiry@hillstonenet.com, or obviously you can check Hillstone out on the web. That's hillstonenet.com. Thanks very much for tuning in. Bye-bye.